I mean, I hope not.
It doesn't look like it.
No, okay, it doesn't look like it. How did you find that thing?
It just was on YouTube.
God, Mandy, I like you a lot, but I'm scared. Are you sure we're not going to get divorced?
Yes.
Oh, you just saying that so I don't panic for the live?
No, because I would tell you right now.
Ah, the fucking views would be amazing.
Oh, now we're live.
Right now?
We're live right now. I think that was hot.
Oh, he...
I think they heard you ask if I was going to divorce you.
I thought for sure we were getting divorced.
I think they all heard you ask that already. Bam Bam is here.
What's good, Bam Bam? What's good, Bam Bam? It is your boy. No, that's what the fuck. What was our intro? I forgot my intro. Welcome to TMD Live. Good morning, good evening, wherever you may be, from coast to coast. I got the host with the most. It is TMD Live.
Thank you, Jason B.
Good evening. It's another beautiful Sunday. Monday.
We before we even started here, we had Joshua Hatfield.
Thank you so much, Jason B.
Joel. God, not Joel. Joel. Wyatt, Jordan, Jason, Blake, Hobag, A Good Kid, Chris, Stan, Barnyard, Georgia Boy, Bam Bam,
Bam Bam.
Andrew, Lisa, Canadian
Owen.
Vapor,
Vapor.
Will Boyles. Hello.
Keep talking, baby.
I know.
Remember when you asked if I had everything figured out?
You definitely did not.
No, I did, but I still don't know how to find the live stream on my phone. Mandy, how's that? I understand that our internet isn't great. Fuck. Keep talking, everybody. I'm sharing Karen.
I wonder if our children are. I'm sure our children are on the internet.
Fuck. If our children are, we're gonna have to start mattressing.
You've got your Wi-Fi on.
Fuck. We're gonna start have to mousetrap these motherfuckers. All right, guys. So we just found out something you can do that we didn't know you can even do. It turns out if you put mousetraps on things you don't want your children to use.
I wonder if that would work with the dog. Should we put mousetraps on the couch?
No, I would never. Poor Tank.
He wouldn't go on the couch anymore.
You offered for him to go on the couch.
One time.
Okay.
Now he just thinks it's his right.
That's semi your fault.
I know. Actually, it's your fault. You made me feel bad.
What?
You guilted me into it.
I guilt tripped you into sharing our bed with our pup, or our couch with our pup.
Yeah.
He sleeps in our bed already, Mandy.
I know, but which is way more expensive than
God,
that.
you're a mean person.
Well, he's on there now.
On what?
The couch.
What couch? Our couch?
Yeah, like now it's all over. Now he's just like.
Yeah, but you also put a blankie on it. Damn.
I know, that's why I did that.
My face, Nas, take a COVID-19 survey even if you feel well. The fuck out of here with that, Facebook. Is that legal for them to ask me to do that?
I'm sure.
Hey, let's get into some controversial subjects.
Thanks, guys.
What's that?
You've been telling me that my hair looks nice.
It does look nice. I tell you those things all the time. You don't even.
Thanks, guys.
You never raise your voice to me. Like, I mean, you raise your voice to me, but you don't ever raise your pitch to me. Like, it's adorable. Like, oh, Nas, that was cute. Like, that's my boy. No, you say.
Bam Bam said, didn't you have the same effect on Nas letting him touch your butt for the first time?
What?
And just let you touch it once, and then you just think it's
all of a sudden
your
my tongue's
right.
up there. Basically, that's yeah. I mean,
look at how choppy we are. Look at
you guys. I understand it's choppy right now. It won't be forever. Give me a second. I'm gonna go stop the kids from streaming stuff.
Why don't you just send him a message? That's not very nice, though. What are they gonna do? It's like telling him that literally he's going upstairs to tell the boys to not use the internet, and it's literally like telling him that he can't use his phone. I don't know how well that's gonna go over. It's different from outside the house.
You know what I've never wanted more in my entire life?
What?
Other than blowjobs is M&Ms. I don't even like M&Ms.
No. You want to know what pisses me off is because I enjoy peanut M&Ms and peanut butter M&Ms.
I love peanut butter
And if
M&Ms.
I get peanut M&Ms, he eats the fucking chocolate off the outside of them and leaves the peanuts.
Well, because nobody likes the peanut part.
That's why I buy them. I'm eating chocolate covered almonds right now.
Chocolate covered almonds. Yeah, but no one likes almonds either. Like not even you. And you like almonds, but you don't really like. No human being actually enjoys almonds. I mean, no human being worth.
What did you do? It actually made it a lot better.
I shut off our television.
Oh,
that's all I
because
did.
they were watching Netflix.
Yeah. Thank you. Did you just compliment me on accident?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Look at that, guys. I just got a compliment from my wife.
Oh, look how blonde my hair looks on there too.
I know.
It's not that blonde in person.
It's not that big.
I know, Chris. No, but this is the thing, Chris. Is Nas doesn't purchase anything for himself. He just waits until I buy something and then claims it as his own. So I buy peanut M&Ms because I know he doesn't like them, so I can eat them. Same thing. I buy wine, so I drink it and he won't. But it doesn't matter because then he just eats the chocolate off the outside of my peanut M&Ms.
Yeah, like if I could just...
He would never buy himself a bag of M&Ms.
No.
He buys weird shit like fucking Malo cups.
I love Malo cups. Malo cups are the best thing to eat. And my other favorite personally, like if I'm going to choose any candy bar, quote unquote, I hate that word because I hate candy. I'm not a sugary person except for chocolates. I would prefer if all chocolate had half the sugar, twice the amount of milk. Twice as creamy, a quarter less sugar. So three-fourths the amount of sugar it's already got.
So creamy dark chocolate.
I hate dark chocolate.
But that's what you're asking for.
No, I'm asking for twice as creamy, just not quite as sweet. Just bad. Take all the sugar you're going to normally put into a chocolatey treat, and then stop right before it's empty. Just just like that.
Now what are you doing? You guys, just so you're aware, this is my life literally all the time.
Thank God you put the fudging AC on.
I didn't turn the AC on. I just turned the fan on from the outside.
It doesn't matter. Thank the good God above.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, dude, fucking Dimitri. Hey, so I'm going to send you a link, Dimitri. I'm using it as we speak. The battery was dead, so I started charging it.
And Dimitri, it doesn't surprise me.
What?
He said, do you know your husband likes to video chat me in bed topless? That means nothing. Dimitri, I'm sorry, but everybody sees him take a shit in the morning, so.
Hey, that's for Patreon members only.
I was ugly. Seth just said he chats all of us topless.
That's not nice, Mandy.
Who said no? Ugly Kid and semi-sweet chocolate. If I were to bring home,
I hate semi-sweet chocolate.
But that's what you're asking for.
No. I don't want that's being semi-sweet is different. I want semi. So picture a Reese's peanut butter cup. Okay, picture a Reese's peanut butter cup. Okay, now you're picturing it. Now you take a bite. And you're like, ooh, that makes my teeth want to get up and run away. I don't want my teeth running away. I just want creamy. I don't want sugars.
They all thought they were special.
Who?
That they were the only one that you video chatted topless.
Wow.
They said you guys. I'm pretty sure there's a handful of you guys in here who have watched him take a bath.
Just happened last night. Literally, probably 3 times a week.
Like actually a bath.
Oh, and a bath. There were some screenshots. And Chris Ben was a good friend, so he deleted them.
When you broke your butt?
Oh, no, not that one. No, this is no. I don't want to talk about it.
I don't think I want to know.
Sure.
Because there are things that I feel like you do with the militia that I feel like are maybe a little inappropriate.
Like what? I've never... Listen, if someone wants to see tattoos or something, we've got a bunch of tattooers in the militia. Look, listen.
What does that have to do with?
They want to see tattoos. So, but I would never just like, you know.
Yes, you would.
No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't.
You would.
No, I wouldn't. No, I would not.
I'm pretty sure you took your pants off and showed everybody your ass.
When?
When you broke it.
It's a butt. Kevin Bacon shows his butt in all of his movies. But you're not Kevin Bacon. Sure am. I think I'm a better actor than he is. I've acted my way like I... What?
Ugly Kid says, I know how the water comes out of the wall at nut level.
Yes. Yes.
And the thing is when the boys and I take a bath, we put the bath...
That just started.
The thing on.
That just...
And you take it off.
Yes, because I like to have a bidet. Because I wash my butt like a fucking gentleman, like a doctor.
Steven says at one point there was like 3 people in the shower. Were you guys like all in the shower while you guys were?
Me and Bobby in particular, like
they just said Bob likes to be in the bathtub too.
In particular, I'm going to text him right now. I'm going to tell him that we're talking shit. Let's see. Shit about your showers.
Stan said, let's just say one time there was alcohol in a cornfield. I feel like that you could involve those two things a lot.
Now we're getting into stories that we shouldn't be talking about.
I think you could say that about a lot of things that Andrew, I put what did I put on my story?
What's that?
I don't know. Andrew said
to give
Mandy put it on her story.
Some clarification about the alcohol in the cornfield. It was a Confederate flag. There was a Zippo lighter, my truck, and a hot dog vendor trailer. If you want to know more about it, I'll discuss it in the Zoom after the show.
Bobby, we are talking about how you and us like to take baths while you guys are on.
Yes. Me and Bob are one of the very few people. Yeah. Hit the like button. I'll tell you the rest of the story. If Dimitri's still in here, I'm going to send you a link. I just need your email, sir. He addressed me. He had the balls to address me. I don't know how he knows inside jokes within the militia. He had the balls to address me as T-Rex situation.
That's not a secret.
That's a secret.
It's not a secret.
It's an inside joke.
It's not.
Wow, I don't appreciate it.
That's not a secret.
I'm going to lie and tell everyone that the Chroma Z is only an 8.4 mod as opposed to what I rated it.
What?
Yeah, that's right.
I didn't hear what you said.
I'm going to tell everyone that the Chroma Z is a 8.4 out of 10 instead of the real score.
Oh, he just put his email up.
Okay. Mike, let me see here, sir. I'm going to pop you in right. Here we go. Oops. And bam. Mike, can you hear me, sir?
I can.
Okay. I'm going to send you his email. Can you please pop Dimitri in for me? And we're going to discuss the Chroma Z a little bit. Only because I've got a couple of questions about it, but more importantly, I am sick of Dimitri's shit, and I'm going to talk shit to his mouth.
Can you tell everybody who...
Oh, so if you guys aren't aware, Phil Fasardo, Phil Basardo and Dimitri are two fucking, one of them is better than the other. I'm not going to say which. There is one of them who has also helped in making some of the best MTL products on the planet. And then there's another one who rides the coattails. You make the guess. You know what I mean?
No.
You can't tell what I'm saying?
I'm confused.
I'm sorry, babe.
So can you just tell me who he is?
Dimitri is a gentleman. He's a gentleman and a scholar. He's the dude who invented a lot of my favorite mom's favorite products. This is Live Tank. This I'm actually rocking the 510. I had it charging, and I've been rocking it with the Barrage RDA all day, and I had to do a secondary video. Like I had to, because I recorded the review a week and a half ago, and when this showed up, I could not fucking believe how quickly he sent it. He's the exact opposite kind of person I am. It went from a pod system to a pod mod, and it's my favorite. And I shouldn't even be saying that because I would rather just drop the video tomorrow. I can't upload it tonight because we're live, and it would steal all of our internet.
You want to move the TMD live overlay down?
Sorry, fuck, dude, man.
It's over my face.
There we go. So to make a long story short, is Dimitri's he works for Inikin now, but at one point was reviewing shit. Phil Basardo was much more active in the review game. He's one of the very can I taste your juice? Phil is like I don't know how to explain. He's like the grandfather meets I don't want to say Tesla. He's more of a conservative version of Steve Wozniak meets Steve Wozniak's one of the inventors of Apple, but he's like the nerd.
So he makes mods.
Yes, but they don't make their own company. They work through Inikin. In my opinion, if it wasn't for Dimitri and Phil Basardo, Inikin would not be the company it is now. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Because now Inikin makes, God, dude, I wanted to wait for the review to say this, but in my opinion, Inikin makes the best MTL products in the industry. And I don't really think it's arguable. Like usually I would say, arguably one of the best. I just think it's the best. I don't think another company even holds a candle.
Okay, so I hear you talk about this a lot when you say something about like mouth to lung,
mm-hmm.
or what is the other one?
Direct to lung.
Direct to lung.
Or RDL, which is restricted direct to lung.
Okay, so what is it when you smoke a cigarette?
Mouth to lung.
Everybody?
Every cigarette in the world.
So then why do some people vape it differently?
Because eventually you want to get as far away from MTL as you possibly can, or you want to get as far away from cigarettes as possible.
So does everybody start mouth to lung?
Yes, most people. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and drop Dimitri in. Bam. Dimitri, can you hear me, good sir?
Oh, hold on. I got to fix my audio. Is my audio working?
The audio's working great.
Hold on, I got to put you in my ears.
Okay, put me in your ears.
I wasn't expecting to come on, but
no worries.
I was just watching videos. What's up?
What's going on, bud? So I really wanted to wait until. Sorry, I really wanted to wait until tomorrow when I drop the review, but I've never said this about a device, and I guess I want to, more importantly, what the fuck did you have to do with the Chroma Z? The Zlide tank in particular, that was your pet project, was it not? Or the Z Coils?
Every product that's under Inikin Technologies platform series, every time that you see platform series,
yep, I'm aware.
Designed by me and Phil. So we have the ultimate saying on the product before it goes onto the market. So the other products that come out from Inikin, we R&D for them. Like we'll take a look at their products as well too, like the Scepter and stuff like that. But anything that says platform series on the box is actually designed by me and Phil. Beautiful.
So, I want to punch Dimitri right in the mouth. So, because you have a dream job, we were just talking shit about you in the Zoom prior to this, about like you and Phil both have every vapor's dream. You're the Anthony Bourdain of the vape world. You know what I'm saying? Because you're a very blessed dude.
I'll be honest with you. I mean, we worked hard for a lot of years, free. Made a lot of Chinese manufacturers millions of dollars because remember, I've been doing this since 2010. Back then we were just a handful. It was, Nick and Phil, me, and I Get You 69,
and me. I know you don't believe me, but my very first video was published in 2013. My very first review. Fuck off, asshole.
So the thing is, I do consider it a dream job, but ultimately, before that, before 2017, we worked for Kangaroo for 2 years, from 2015 to 2017, and we just didn't like the direction that they were going, and then we left and decided to join Inikin. But Well, the difference between us and I think other reviewers is like we just don't slap our name just like on across the board with Wotofo and like 10 different companies, because I think that once you have a direction and a purpose like me and Phil have with MTL all these years and we never strayed away from it, it would be ironic for us to go and make a product, at the time with Smock, for example, that was putting out Baby Beast after Baby Beast. So Anakin was just a great fit. They've always been geared towards the smoker. They never strayed away from it, and they never played into the wattage game. They never took their eyes off tobacco harm reduction, and it was just a great fit, and it's worked out great. We just re-signed for another 3 years with them, so
100%.
Yeah,
100%. And I want to make a point to say, like, I was, as much shit as I'm talking, I'm genuinely serious when I say, like, I'm not one of those reviewers who just put their name on something. It just so happened that my favorite company, when I reached out with my design, said yes. So, like, it was one of the very few, because I couldn't believe I had that fucking opportunity either. But I've respected you and Phil. I didn't realize how deep your involvement went with not just Phil but with Anakin in general. And I apologize for that. I should have did more research. Okay. But with the Chroma Z in particular, this is not the one that caught my eye. It wasn't even the Zlide. It was the Podin in particular when I started to realize, and I know that, did you have anything to do with the Podin?
Yeah, I mean, we R&D, we go over all the products from Anakin, and you've dealt with the Chinese. Sometimes they listen, sometimes they don't listen, or it depends on what stage the product is as well too.
Or they're asking you stuff just to be polite, and in reality, they're just going to go with whatever they want anyway.
Yeah, but ultimately, all the products since 2017 that Anakin has released, we've had something a little bit to do with. And what we tried to do is when we joined Anakin in 2017, what we tried to instill into their brains is what Smock was doing with the coil situation was really hurting a lot of vape stores. So we said, we're going to develop a line of products that's going to take the same coil, right? So the Z coil that came out in 2017 with the Xenon tank was a huge success, especially in Europe, because at the time, 2017, America didn't have an MTL. Don't see now. Now it's a fad, but in 2017, you could not find MTL anywhere. So we sold almost 2 million tanks, and the majority of that was in Europe.
100%.
So the Z coil was a huge success, and so now they're trying to implement that same strategy. The Scepter coils they work in the Podin, they work in the Scepter, they work in this new device that we have coming out now that looks like a cigarette. The same thing with their sub-ohm. Although their sub-ohm didn't really take off, we are in the process.
At the moment, Anakin right now is not known for sub. Like, to me, Anakin is what I just told Mandy the same thing, is what I would look like as a Steve Wozniak of the vape industry meets. But I'm being dead serious. Like, if I were to offer, like, my buddy who's in hardcore business style SEO company, a good buddy of mine who Derek Mike, phenomenal dude, but he's very suit and tie kind of dude. I would recommend an Anakin product, in particular Chroma Z, in particular the Zlide tank is one of my favorites of all time. The Aries, something very professional, very you could set it down on next to your desk and it doesn't look like a fucking, nothing wrong with the Hammer of God, nothing wrong with the Fogsmith, but it looks very, I don't know, business attire. Like, you could pull this out of a 3-piece suit and it would look dope, and you're not blowing 3-foot clouds.
And that's the majority of our customer. That's who we're trying. We're trying to reach people that don't vape. I mean, we want obviously vapors to enjoy, especially people that are MTLers, to enjoy our products, or RDL, because we really have done a good job of catering to that crowd as well too. But the existing vapors and the existing hobbyists should understand that they need people like me and Phil, because we bring more customers into the industry sector in general. Because if somebody quits smoking with my product, guess what? Next month they might buy your RDA, or next month they might buy somebody else's tank, and then they might buy more liquids. So we need products that are attractive to your everyday person. Women, a huge sector that's under catered to, in my opinion, for the last 10 years in vaping. Nice designs, pretty colors. We need to be able to attract women. Black people, that's another one. I mean, a lot of black people smoke in America, and we just don't market or cater to that. I mean, we cater to the 18 to 25 white male. I mean, all the marketing and vaping, that's basically what it's attracting. But but there's a lot of sectors out there that we really should be the LGBT community. We need to be able to put products that they can relate to, but most importantly, they have to be easy to work. Right. So I sat down. We developed the Chroma Z, and it took us a year. Anakin's a little bit slow as well too. That's another thing. But they take their time. But I've looked, because I still receive products from companies, believe it or not, and I look at them, and I saw all the AIOs that have come out in the last year, and you need a PhD to go through the menu. You know, when you get an AIO and you make it so complicated, yes, for a vapor it's cool, right? It's like, oh yeah, it does all this shit, but ultimately, somebody that's coming from a pack of cigarettes and a lighter, what you want to do is you want to be able to put a coil in, fill it, and vape it, and that's what we're trying to do with our products. And the Chroma Z came out really, really good. It's we're very, very proud of it, and it's doing very well as well too.
You're being pretty modest on that. So I deleted this. I should have just left it in. I just exported the video out of the Final Cut, and I should have left it in. And I just didn't want to cause any controversy. And the thing I said was if I've got fairly big hands, if you're a woman, and I said this in the video, if you're a woman or you're a smaller person, this is a perfect pocket mod. It's a perfect purse mod. And I said, if you're a big dude, it doesn't matter. Like, it's just a perfect size device. Yeah. Period. I fuck, man. Now that you say that, I wish I would have not deleted that portion out of there. I didn't want to cause anything ruffled.
I think people that will put it in their hands, we use magnesium alloy the first time that's been used in a device like that to make it lightweight. It's extremely lightweight. Yes. We try to put a big battery inside. A lot of people give
3,000 milliamp hour. Unprecedented in terms of pod mods that I've used in the past 6 months. Yeah. Huge shout out to you guys. I don't know what the issue, and I just said this in the video. You're going to see it tomorrow when it drops. And again, this is not a blow smoke situation. I really almost retracted a lot of what I said because I didn't want to sound like I was gloating or drooling over the device. But it's very rare that an MTL comes across my desk that isn't Anakin. And it's very rare that an MTL comes across the desk that is beyond satisfactory or above and beyond the Call of Duty in terms of an MTL, which to me is the most important style of vaping, because you can keep everyone who's a vapor vaping. The hardest part is to bring in and initiate people who aren't, they're not involved in the vape industry. They have no idea. To them, it's intimidating. There is no bullshit menu in this. Right. This to me is the epitome of what this industry has been lacking since 2010. Since I started vaping in 2009 with a number 7 cartomizer. This is that device. And I said this in the end of the video. You'll see it. I didn't mean any disrespect by it, but I really hope Anakin doesn't do what Smock has done, what Freemax has done to me personally, where they take this great coil design, 6 months later, gone to the wind, gone.
Yeah, no, that's not going to happen. The Z coil is not going anywhere. I mean, it's been 3 years now on the market. We've released a few new styles. We got one more that's coming out.
The 0.3 is the newest one, correct?
The 0.3 is the newest one for RDL, and now we have a 0.7 mesh MTL that we've been testing out for the last month. And it's
I'm excited about that. The 0.8
I have it
is my
here.
go-to.
I can show you because I got a new tank that's coming with it as well too. But the Z coil is the flagship of Anakin right now, producing around 700,000 coils a month. It's not going anywhere. The key for us was, if somebody comes in, you can get an Anakin Go S tank, which is like a disposable tank, and try out the Z coils. And then hopefully somebody will quit smoking, and then they'll go to a Glide or they go to a Zenith. And then guess what? They can use the AIO as well too. And they're familiar with that coil line. In Europe, everywhere you're going to go, Nas, you're going to find a Z coil. In Greece, I have 3 vape shops. And in Greece, there's 800 vape shops total. I guarantee you, everywhere you're going to go, you're going to find a Z coil. It's just like, it's everywhere. Unfortunately, it hasn't caught on to the United States. And, me and Phil have been kind of disappointed about the industry here. But I think that period between 2016, late 2015 and 2018, I think we damaged the industry a lot. You had people back in 2013 going to a vape shop. They had an Ego, and then they had a Provari, right? That was their choices. That's where they would go. Yep. But that Ego was so simple that it helped a lot. High nicotine, 18 milligram in an Ego C, you helped millions of people quit smoking. Then at 2016, 2017, you go into a vape shop, and the starter kit was the Alien. or the smoke stick, by Smog, right? Yep. So these people would have to drop, $80, $100 if you get two 18650s and a charger. Then you get a gallon of 3 milligram e-liquid, and then they'd go home and they're not satisfied because it's not like a cigarette. And so I think it turned off a lot of people in America from vaping. Aside from all the bad propaganda and all the shit that's going on with the laws, I think our industry just shot itself in the foot. That's the difference, I think, right now, what we're seeing between the US and the EU market. EU market has a 20 milligram cap. So obviously the Z coil is going to do well. You can put 12 milligram in it and you can be satisfied. You don't need 50 milligram, disposable pods. And I wish the same thing would happen here. Anakin will not fuck with the Z coil, trust me, I tell you that. But the key for us is, how do we create more of this, like make it an industry standard? I'm so upset when I see reviews. This happens a lot. Like, I've stopped reviewing, 4 years ago, but I love watching videos and watching reviewers and stuff like that, either for entertainment or for information or whatever. But what a lot of the reviewers are missing is that when a new product comes out, is you have to warn the people that are watching you, hey, guess what? Maybe in 3 months, though, you're not going to be able to find a coil. Look how many pod systems were reviewed in 2019, when the pod craze came out, right? How many of those are still on the market? How many can you find pods for?
My mom was a huge fan of the Alike Smock, the Smock Alike, and we can't get the coils. Like, I'm a reviewer who has access to a lot of stuff that a lot of people don't, unfortunately, and I can't even get access to my personal favorite sub-ohm coils from Freemax. And the exact, I've talked about this once or twice. I'll say it again. I'm not trying to bash Freemax, but I'm just being honest. This is a real life situation at ECC. First of all, they didn't have a booth, and she was passing tanks out of a backpack, which is just kind of bad form anyway. But I said something about
was it Maggie?
I can't say names, but you can imagine who it was. And I asked him, I'm like, so why would you get rid of the Freemax Firelock edition? These coils are lasting me 2 and 3 months a piece. The round wire coils. And she said, we have to stay on trend with and then they went to mesh, and it was nowhere near as good as their round wire coils. So we had to go to mesh, and because we were losing money because the coils were lasting too long. Right. So what she said is fine. What she didn't say is more important, and that is built-in obsolescence. They're trying to one-up themselves over and over again. But the problem with that is you have no longevity. That's a quick buck.
Yeah. That's what Smock did. It became billionaires back in the day. That's why everybody's
they're one of the first. Freemax was a couple years down the line after Smock.
Look, as somebody I've been to China 14 times, and I've talked to all the factory owners before. We were dedicated to Anakin. Obviously, everybody loved us. Now, we don't get that much love anymore. But I've talked to all the factory owners. I've talked to their marketing departments. We've given presentations with Phil. The one thing that China does is they don't look at the industry as, for example, I would look at the industry as a tobacco harm reduction. They look at Reddit. They look at Instagram. They look at social media, and they try to follow the trend, right? So whatever they're seeing being pushed out there, this is what they want to make. And they forget that there's still, millions of people that still smoke, and millions of people that want to keep doing this without having to chase the dragon, every fucking week with a new device or a new coil or something like that. You're going to have a portion that does that, right? It's the hobbyists. There's people that just can't wait to get their hands on something new. But the majority of people that quit smoking, they don't want to spend money. They want to live healthier, and they want to be happy and satisfied. My wife's been vaping for 10 years. She Zenith, now she's using the Chroma Z. She knows how to use the Z coil. She gets her 12 milligram. I don't have to fuck with that. She look behind me. I mean, she can have anything she wants here. And she's like, no, I just want simple and easy. And I think that portion, business-wise, is a whole lot better than the hobbyist, right? The hobbyist usually doesn't have loyalty. They're not going to be loyal to a store. They're going to chase. They're going to try to find the bargains. They're always going to try to criticize the product after they've purchased it, right? So, but the new user, if you guide them correctly, they will be a loyal customer to you. And what I've seen, because I'm a huge data guy, I monitor my stores very, very closely. For every new guy that comes, or girl that comes into my stores in Greece that I help them quit smoking, they bring me on average 10 customers in a calendar year. Because if they quit smoking, then their cousin or their friend, they see them using the product and continue to use the product, and they're like, oh, you quit smoking? Where'd you quit smoking? Oh, I went to Liquid Puff. They didn't try to scam me or take my money. They gave me something inexpensive to get started. And it's so much better for business if you don't try to fuck somebody from the beginning and just take your time and help them achieve their goal. And it's going to pay off in the end as well, too, from a business proposition.
100%. 100%. And that's what you want is return customers. More importantly to me, though, is as long as they're getting off cigarettes. Those are the ones that I feel like a broken record. I just said it again in this review, like the lack of support for those customers in particular is pretty sad, because this is it's a detrimental, it's a downfall of this industry. Again, I think you said it earlier, starting in late 2015, early 2016, up until late 2017, mid 2018, somewhere around there is when you started to see that the pod craze again, pod craze start to come back up. And a lot of people don't realize even the pod mods that were coming out being dropped were old technology repackaged in a different body. It was just like if you take a PC and throw the motherboard and the CPU and the GPU and the power supply into a new case, is essentially what was happening. Though there was a bit of innovation during that time, it's nothing like I've seen with Anakin in terms of MTL, and that's not a smoke up the ass type situation. This is I take my opinion very seriously. I take the way other people feel about my opinion very seriously. And you're going to see the review tomorrow on the Chromazine. It's a very extensive, 20 plus minute review on it, where I spent 2 weeks with it before I reviewed it on purpose. Because if I'm going to say something is a 9+ out of 10, closing it out of 10, I take that very seriously, because I've never given a product in 7.5 years of reviewing the score that I've given the Chromazine.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that.
100%.
That's very, very rewarding to hear. We did put a lot of time and effort into it, and the MTL aspect is extremely important to me and feel, because I think as vapors, even me, I like a loose MTL draw now. I'm not the tight guy, but I always pick up a cigarette and just draw on it with feel when we're designing products, because people don't understand, especially vapors that have not smoked in a few years. They forget how tight a cigarette is, and how hard you have to work to suck on it to get the satisfaction. And vapor products need to mimic that, at least give you the option to do that as well too. Because if you don't, an airy draw, unless you smoke a bong or something like that and you're familiar with that direct lung, it's completely new to them, and it's something that makes them choke. It makes them something that's not satisfying to them. They don't get enough nicotine. They don't get that burning sensation in the throat hit that we talk about. So anything that's going to go into the platform series has to be able to deliver that kind of a draw, and we achieved it with the way that we designed the rings on the bottom.
The rings are by far and away the most impressive. My buddy Jeremy, Georgia Boy Reviews, told me about the rings, and I initially didn't know what the fuck he was talking about, because they didn't send me the production setup. I had already reviewed, I had already been using for a week and a half just the 6-ring airflow ring AFC, and I just had it turned all the way down. At first I was like, oh, it's got a great MTL, but it's really finicky, because there's a cross section at the very bottom of that airflow, where if you turn down the airflow on 90% of the pod systems out there, it's almost no change. It might be a 30% change, where the Chroma turned it completely off, which is amazing. But in the up close section during the review, you can see my live reaction when I put that secondary airflow ring. It is my unicorn. That is my unicorn.
It's like drawn on a disposable.
Dude, it's better than disposable. The only thing I had to compare it to was a Smock Slim SLM that didn't do very well for whatever reason. The flavor wasn't great, but the airflow was exactly like a cigarette. And people hate that word in this industry. But you have to remember that is like that's the epitome, that's the peak, in my opinion, of what an MTL should be, is exactly what it feels like vaping or smoking out a Cool 100 or a Marlboro, whatever the fuck it was you vaped or smoked, is it brings a nostalgia that doesn't exist anymore in vaping. And that's what keeps me completely away from an actual pack of cigarettes.
Yes. Absolutely. I'm the same way as well, too. I have to have throat scratch. I still vape 12 milligram all these years. One of the ways that we're promoting this in Europe and especially in Greece is now for new customers that come into the store, smokers, we're giving them an extra pod free if they buy the Chroma Z. And the tactic that we're using there is we're telling them, put the tight airflow ring on in one of the pods with some 18 or 12 or 18 milligram tobacco, depending on how heavy, we go through the whole questionnaire, depending on how heavy of a smoker you are, and then take the other pod with a 6-hole airflow ring and put a flavored liquid inside. That way, through the day, you want to just vape your ass off, just vape with that pod, but after you eat, or with your coffee, with your drink, or after sex. I mean, not for in your case, but after sex. If you need to have a cigarette,
sex with you.
If you need to have a cigarette, then you switch the pod out and put the other pod on and start puffing on that. So you have one device that can satisfy you throughout the day, right? And by giving advice like that, people look at you and they're like, man, these people really care about me not smoking. And they take it a little bit more serious as well, too. So the MTL aspect, yeah, absolutely. It has to be, I think all the pods that have come out, I mean, I've tried them all. They missed the mark on MTL. It's a big, big downfall. The problem is that with the Chroma, when we were designing it, is when you have the 6-hole ring, your MTL settings are basically 20% of the airflow ring. That's it. It's like 1, 2, and 3. Past that, it's RDL. So we felt that there was not enough options there. So the only way that we could solve that is to offer that second ring inside to give you that full range of 1 through 10 on an MTL setting. And
which is what
achieved.
Yeah, which is how you achieve the roundness of the device. And the part I had to record an addendum to the video today, and I put it in there, and that was the 510 deck. I didn't even know I had a 510 deck until I had no idea. All of a sudden, and you shipped it super fast. Thank you for that. Showed up literally moments before I was going to release the review, go to export it, and I was like, what the fuck is this, asshole? Like, there's a 510 deck on top of that. Yeah. And that's when it went from my favorite pod system ever made to my favorite pod mod.
Kind of looks like a Chroma Z with a 510 on it.
There it is, right there.
Looks like a mod, but we fought really, really hard with Anakin to include it in the kit, and we lost that battle. This is one thing. Like, Phil's an engineer. I'm more of the business guy in this relationship. So the way when we design products is, Phil will start up here. I'm going to start down here, and then we'll try to kind of meet. Like, look at the Aries package. We wanted to put scissors along. The Aries has everything that you need. You can just take it out, just put your liquid in vape, right? Mm-hmm. That's all you need. Everything is included inside. And we wanted to put scissors in there as well, too, to be able to cut the cotton and stuff like that. And Anakin fought us on that. We lost that battle as well, too. But the same thing with the Chroma Z. We wanted to put the 510 adapter inside, but what Anakin wanted to do is come very aggressively with a price on the market to be able to compete with the other AIOs as well, too. Because Anakin always has been slightly higher on price. And trust me, there's a lot of reasons for that. But in order to keep the price point where we wanted to, because we made our own 510 adapter, we didn't just, have somebody make it aftermarket like a lot of the companies do. We're just going to sell it separately. I think it's like $8, or $7-8 for the adapter. That's it. Yeah.
Wow.
So the overall thinking from Anakin was we need to keep that wholesale cost down to the distributors to be able to move the Chroma Z the way that we wanted to, and that's why it got eliminated and wasn't able to put it in the final package. But yeah, it's a good little addition, and you can just turn it into a very, very lightweight mod. I mean, that's the way I'm using it here with my tank on. So I love it. I mean, for me, I travel. I mean, not this year, unfortunately, due to COVID, but I travel about 120, 130,000 miles a year with Phil representing Anakin. So I never carry 18650 batteries with me because it's stupid. I'm in planes all the time, right? And I just need something quick, USB, charge it up. So devices like these, I love using them. Now I can take it and just throw a 510 on there and throw a tank if I need to, or just use it as a pod system. It's really good.
That's what I just spoke about today. Like, if you have 2 of these, you're set for life. Like, if you have one I would rock my MTL, the other one I have the 510 deck on. Simple as that. It's not a hard concept. Dimitri, I don't want to take out your whole night, bro, but I appreciate the fuck out of you coming and stopping by and talking about it.
Yeah, my pleasure, buddy. I just want to show you one thing. Nobody has seen this yet, but we're releasing this in Europe. So this is a cigarette.
Let me put you on full screen quick. Go ahead.
This is a cigarette filter from a cigarette. and we made a deal with Japan with China Tobacco to be able to use this, and it's basically a pod system that takes e-liquid inside, and you just refill it, and you just put this little filter on top, and you use it as a.
Get the fuck out of here. So you're talking about this is as close as you can get to a smoker style.
Yeah, the draw on this 6 months with machines to be able to mimic the cigarette draw, and it's nailed the cigarette draw completely.
Just so everyone's aware, it's e-liquid based. It's not like
no, this is not a heat not burn. It looks like a heat not burn, but it's not. There's actually a pod in here, and you just refill it like you do the scepter on the side. It's got a little plug. Just put your liquid inside, and then you pop it inside. And twist it so he locks it in. It's got a little window on the side to show you the level. You can put a plastic tip if you want to on there if you're not comfortable for this, but and it comes with a plastic tip in the box. But again, the goal is $20. Let's put this out there in the market, and then somebody that comes in that needs to have that soft tip on their lips, they'll be able to be as familiar as a cigarette as possible. The draw and the feel on the lips, and see where it goes from there. Again, we're just trying to create more products to bring more people over to vaping.
That may or may not, but in my opinion, that may be the death knell in a lot of pod systems right there. Like that right there might be the thing. That might be the one. And it's so sad that it's taken a decade to get there.
Yeah. I love using it. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah,
I mean,
no, I believe it.
23 years, buddy. I mean, I miss that. I miss that feel sometimes. Especially when I'm playing poker or when I'm drinking scotch. I miss that soft feel in my mouth.
Yeah,
I'm not talking about titties.
Are you able to hold it in your? Are you able to hold it in your mouth without by itself?
Okay.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, it's very, very lightweight. 480 mile battery inside. It gets the job done. It has the same coils as the Scepter, so we're just going with a 1.4. That way, the battery will last a longer time. But it's only one set draw, and it's the draw of a cigarette. I mean, we're talking about by volume with machines and all that for the last 6 months. That's all we've been doing, just trying to get that draw nailed down. I have some 20 milligram hybrid. It's like salted freebase mixture in this that I use when I travel. And it vapes really, really good. I mean,
that's
it vapes as good as a cigarette, which is
that's beautiful.
The goal. That's the goal.
Wow.
So anyway, that's the first time I've ever shown it. By the way, I just want to put that out there.
Oh, my dick's hard, bro. I'm ready.
Everybody in the chat is
super stoked about it.
Yep.
Yeah, but this, you talk about your mom in your videos all the time, and you talk about this is something that, again, I'm not selling it to vapors. This is something I want vapors to say, oh. Yeah, because let me go on a little rant here real quick. You know what really pisses me off about vapors? When vapors tell a smoker, go buy this, what they're using, because they believe it's the best. But to get to the point where they found what their nirvana in vaping was, they went through all this shit. So they're telling somebody that's new, like, here, go buy a 3 battery mod, with a dripper. That's what they're using. And that's wrong. Stop doing that. What you need to do is you need to find what products work for smokers. And then what I want vapors to do is tell a smoker, you don't have to go spend $100. Go $20 and buy you this and try vaping. This is what's going to help you quit smoking. And if more people did that in the community, would be in a better place than people pushing whatever they're using, because for them, it's the best. But it's not necessarily what the smoker is looking for. And that's what we need to keep focused on, and what the smoker needs to quit smoking.
100%. The biggest issue is vapors want to show people the pinnacle of vaping, when in reality, a smoker wants the pinnacle of smoking. Two different things. Two completely different things. And what you just showed, especially with that cigarette-like filter, that is going to give them a literal conception, a literal... What would you say? How would you even word that? A literal copy of a cigarette. That's the goal. Exactly what it is. Yeah.
That's what it's called, by the way, filter. FLTR.
Just the Smock Slim was SLM. The filter, FLTR. I like it. All right, bro. I appreciate the fuck out of it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, man, thanks for I wasn't expecting. I didn't fix my hair or anything. But
at least you have a nice hairline. You know what I mean? You could be a dick.
That's not the only thing I got left. Been married 20 years, buddy. I know.
I feel it, bro. All right, dog. I'm gonna hit you up. Tomorrow may or may not be shirtless. We'll find out.
No problem, buddy.
Might be pants.
Thanks for having me on. Everybody take 100%. Care. Spend that $20 on your wife, not on yourself. All right.
Oh, come on now. Come on. All right. Talk to you in a bit, bro. All right. Appreciate you. Bye-bye. Bam. That was super awesome of Dimitri to come and stop by.
Yeah.
Holy shit. So with that said, guys, I'm looking forward to the FLTR because I might have to go back.
I think even people who like you are like a hobbyist vapor and like really like are like I don't remember what he said, but like a committed vapor. Like you're like a veteran.
Yeah.
And so, but I think people like you who have even been doing this forever is really going to like the nostalgia of a filter.
And it sucks that I can't say this publicly very often, but like I miss the routine or that hand to mouth sort of situation, especially like in the Dominican, especially in Mexico. Like I see everyone because people vape down there, but like actually
everybody's smoking
but
cigarettes.
Most of the Americans that are down there, or especially Europeans, are pulling out cigarettes, and I'm like, it's not that I even want a cigarette, it's just that I miss that ritual of like
well, like he said, like after your coffee, after you're done eating, when you're talking on the phone,
after sex. He said not in my case, but you know, he doesn't know that. Mandy. I'm sad. I was going to ask if you or Mike wanted to ask a question or two.
Oh, no. He's super informative. I feel like he's a great speaker. I don't know what kind of microphone he's using, but like
it sounds as good as ours, almost.
Sound quality is fantastic.
What's Dimitri?
Does he live in Greece?
Part-time.
Oh, okay.
Back and forth. I forget if it's if he lives in some bumfuck state like Tennessee or something. No offense if you're watching from Tennessee. I love
He kept
Tennessee.
talking about his shops in Greece.
So yeah, well, his name's Vaping Greek.
Oh,
yeah. Which I don't think we should hold against him, you know. But that's what it is. Should we vape in America? Kind of situation. Oh. All right, but now that he's off, I need you to entertain everyone so I can fill that cup. I've never been this more thirsty in my life.
Oh, it's not very far away. I miss smashing packs of smokes at the swim up bar in the Caribbean getting hammered.
Yes!
I was just going to say Canadian vapor. I was just going to say that's like, when we go on vacation, that's like really the only time that I hear, or like when we're at family functions and he's together with his aunts and his uncles and his cousins and that kind of stuff and around people who still are smoking cigarettes. Like those are the two, vacation and when he's around his family. And it's the same thing. It's like, it's not even necessarily about the smoking the cigarette, but he's like around his family and it's the nostalgia of it all, or like I don't know if that's the right word for it, but yeah, that's like Canadian vapor. That's like one of the main times when I hear him talk about it is like, especially at nighttime, it's like having a drink when it's nice out on vacation. Yeah, Jason B, he used to do that too. Like I'd walk in, he'd light a cigarette and just like sit it on the studio while he was working. Not even really smoking it. It was just like the more of the action of it than it was actually smoking or driving in the car. I think that was a really hard one for him too. I don't know if he can attest to that or not, but those are like his two things. It's like when he would sit down in the studio and when he'd get in the car. Like right away when he would light a cigarette. Barnyard guitars. After 9 years of vaping, I still get an occasional craving of the feel of the cigarette. That device would do it. Yep. Yeah, I think that's going to be, I mean, like my stepmom is still having a hard time with it. I feel like that would be a good gateway for her. I feel like a lot of people's parents, aunts, that kind of stuff, I feel like that's going to be a big game changer for a lot of like the older
we have a
generation.
Labworks, how's it going, brother? Yeah, he's the president of Tennessee Smoke Free Association.
I was going to say he talked a lot about harmless tobacco or whatever.
Harm reduction. Yeah.
Harm reduction.
So he is a part of one of the bumfuck states. That's all right. We shouldn't hold that against him either. Yeah, he's got 2 strikes. But no, I'm just kidding. He's a good fucking dude. We have we have a leak in the.
I thought you knew that already. There's always like a wet towel underneath it.
I know, but like I put that there. I thought it was just a little tiny leak. Oh. It's got a big one now.
Oh. So
I don't know what you want to do about that. Can I try one of your skinny dipped almonds? publicly so they can see my public reaction to it?
Yeah, they're not as good as when I had them the first time.
When did you have them the first time?
At work one day.
With who?
Myself.
You had a whole bag?
No, they come in just like
little packs?
Like a little single serve.
What do you think of them? They're not creamy. And there's nothing on the inside.
No, they're dark chocolate. So they're skinny dipped almonds. They're dark chocolate, but then they have this like peanut butter dust on the outside.
The issue is that there's no chocolate. It's just like a very, really, really thin pancake.
No, it's dark chocolate. It's plenty. Plenty.
Define plenty. Okay. So the initial bite is salty. It makes me want to gleek. There's almost no chocolate to it. In fact, I would say in terms of ratios, this is probably one of the worst ratios I've ever had. There's probably 9/3 almond.
But when I'm trying to switch over from peanut M&Ms and Butterfingers,
all right,
it's a good compromise.
Yeah.
Because there's some days I'm at work and I walk over to Walgreens. There's a Walgreens across, like right next door to this line. I want a king size Butterfinger so bad.
Do you know what my favorite candy bar in the whole wide world is if it wasn't as sweet? I bet you do.
Kit Kat?
That's one of. Heath is all right. But no, it is. You should know this. We've been together for 28 years. And
those are your two. Kit Kats and Heath.
Because the other one I haven't seen in years is Crunchies.
Oh, I didn't know that.
The Reese's Crunch bars.
Oh, yes.
Not the wafer crunch.
No, I know.
But the holy shit package has peanuts and fucking chocolatey jizz.
It's like Rice Krispies.
It's actually like Butterfinger. Is what it is.
Oh, a Nutrageous bar.
Nope.
No, because those used to be my favorite.
No, I know. And we're the opposites. Nutrageous is like
you want the crunch.
Putting Play-Doh in your fucking mouth. Punch in the mouth. BTech Smart says Trump supporters don't like chocolate. I swear I'm not kidding. Ask around. I'll get to the bottom of that. No politics. Chip Chopperines. Yeah, Barnyard Guitars. He said the same thing. But we also argue on chocolate chip cookies because we don't even like the same chocolate chip cookies.
No, because you don't really like cookies.
I love chocolate chip cookies. You have to add a pound of Heath, 3 pounds of milk chocolate chips, as well as
Big Doc is here.
Fuck. I'm sorry, Big Doc. I apologize.
He said, do you talk shit about him because he's from Tennessee?
No, I don't talk shit about him.
But the thing is because when you're done with a cookie, it's not a cookie anymore. Like, that's not a cookie.
It is.
No, it's not.
What would you call it?
Because all of the ingredients, like the dough doesn't hold it all together. So it's not good.
No, it's the best. The boys love them.
Because you're just feeding them sugar. Like, why wouldn't they?
Well, it's not sugar. It's chocolates.
Okay, do you want to talk about how much you don't enjoy cookies when Chef was here? What were you trying to do? You were eating a cookie because you were what?
High. I was Italian.
And you were just trying to find a piece of chocolate.
Yeah.
So you don't like cookies.
No, I love cookies. I love chocolate chip cookies with Heath and with a pound of milk chocolate. I don't want the ratio should be 70-20 and then 10% love. Why do you hate me?
I don't.
I
just think you're wrong. I just think you're wrong.
About what?
Your cookies.
So then what do I like then? Tell me.
No, I'm not saying that you're wrong about what you like. I think your
ratio is wrong?
How you choose. Like, that's not a cookie.
What is it then? Because that's what I like.
I don't know. You just like warm chocolate.
Okay. I'm not arguing with that.
I know, I wouldn't either. Because there's these like, I've bought them
those brownies I made you loved.
I know.
Tell them about that.
I've had a stomachache for 3 days because I ate a brownie that I made for the boys the other day, and then Nas just like melted chocolate chips on top of them.
And butter.
It was good.
I didn't tell you about that part.
But I've had a stomachache for 3 days.
3 tablespoons of butter and a half a bag of milk chocolate chip cookies. Milk. And I didn't even eat it. She did.
I did.
I got 1 bite, and that's all I got.
Because you've been eating bread all week long.
Yeah, but not really. It's Thanksgiving, so don't count.
Okay.
The calorie gods are looking away.
Oh. Doesn't count?
No. The carb spirits they're out having Thanksgiving.
Oh.
So we can cheat, and our bodies won't even know.
My body knows.
Yeah, but you have a sensitive tummy.
Yeah, my body definitely knows.
You have a sensitive tummy.
I know. It's gotten worse.
I wonder if you just start, like, if you start having it more, it wouldn't be as sensitive.
Oh.
Think so?
It's like when you get stung by a bee, they just like inject a little bit of bee venom in you so that it's not quite so bad when you do get stung.
No, because my wasp one.
No, but they do that.
Who does
People
that?
who are allergic to bees, they go in for like treatments and they just inject a little bit of bee.
I did the treatments. I did the treatments for 8 years. And it's worse than it ever was.
Well, I know, but you have to keep up on it.
Nothing ever changed. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's the whole point of the story.
No, but you quit doing it.
They did. So they did the second test.
Oh, and it didn't fix anything.
Well, not over the span of 8 years. I'm taking the second test like 3 months in. And it just, my chart looked like this. Dun, 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 is how much more sensitive I was. So essentially,
you would have been into anaphylactic.
So, make a long story short, is that clinic is now closed. The shots, like, it's been proven time and time again, they don't fucking work.
Oh, I don't know. I had a client at work that was doing it. And it was
tell them congrats and please kick them in the mouth.
Oh, okay.
Do you ever realize you could just kill somebody at your job? You're literally holding nothing but sharp objects. You could just like, and then stab them in the neck.
Oh, oops.
Not oops. I said, I don't like this person. You know, I'm saying you get caught for sure, but you could, like, on a day.
So could you. I think about that every time you hold a big mod in your hand.
I know.
I think about it all the time, you guys. Anytime he's got like not like that one, but like that one right there. Anytime he holds it in his hand, I feel like he's just going to like, boom, right on the top of my head. I think about it every day.
Every time I give you a compliment and you just close your eyes, I think we're gonna get divorced. See, and then she just shuts up about it. You guys, we're getting divorced. Are we getting divorced?
No.
Telling you. Mike, I'm gonna bring you in on this. You're gonna be a relationship expert. All right. What's going on? I can't hear you.
You don't have a sound
Should
on.
probably unmute myself.
Yeah.
Oh, it's you, not him. I thought it was us. Mike, how'd your turkey turn out for Thanksgiving? And your sous vide potatoes?
It was fucking amazing, actually.
That was exact words on Instagram. It was fucking amazing.
The sous vide potatoes too?
Yeah. That was a last minute idea that I had because I was being lazy about mashed potatoes, and I saw some shit on YouTube about sous vide mashed potatoes. So
it's probably sous vide everything, or by Google Foods.
Yeah, it was sous vide everything.
Yep.
And I went for it, and I eyeballed everything that went into that bag, and they turned out amazing.
Nice. You just airtight it in a bag and then boil the bag?
Yeah, basically.
I
have a food saver. Just peeled the potatoes and cut them up into dollar, coins, and then threw a stick of butter and some heavy whipping cream, some pepper, garlic salt, and a little squirt of sriracha.
Ooh, a squirt of anything sounds good.
Yeah. And then threw it in the food saver, sealed it up, and then 2 hours at 195. And then the cool thing about it is you just pull the bag out and you just beat the shit out of the bag with your fists.
Mash them up.
And that mashes the potatoes up.
Nice.
And yeah. So it worked out good.
I feel like on the potatoes and Mandy is Mandy.
You feel like what?
On the potatoes.
Oh, I just pound you when you come out of the hot water.
Yeah. I wish she would fucking just, yeah. So let's discuss Thanksgiving. What are we all thankful? Mike, what are you most thankful for this year? Thank you so much, Twisted Hex.
Well, I mean, it's overall, it's been a pretty shitty year, to say the least. I mean, everybody I can pretty much say is feeling like they're in the same boat. Me, from a personal and professional standpoint, this has probably been one of the worst years of my life.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thankful I have my health. You know, I'm thankful I have my friends.
Good call.
And, you know, I'm hoping that, you know, next year is going to be a lot better. We can get through all the bullshit, all the COVID crap, and, you know, get the election wrapped up. We're not getting political or anything, but, you know, obviously that's going to drag into next year.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way.
But
well, yeah, he doesn't go into office till January.
I thought it was December.
No, I think they have to certify the election by the 14th of December.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I thought.
But I don't think he gets sworn in until January.
Really?
Yeah, there's gonna be more stuff.
He said he was done with the lawsuits because 26 out of like 28 states threw him out, right?
I don't know.
I don't need to.
And I'm not even getting political. I'm just dead serious. I at this point don't give a fuck. If Trump stays in, I'm like, hey, all right, at least it's stable. Yeah. We don't give a fuck.
So
really don't.
Yeah, I mean that you know, just need next year to be a better year than this year was.
Please.
Mm-hmm.
Please.
Yeah.
I'm saying please. God hear me, please. Yeah.
How about you?
Thank you, babe. Or thank you, Mike. God. It's gonna pop. Bam. So thankful for not being a dick. Dead serious. I'm very thankful to have my best friend as my wife. And I'm very thankful that, you know, I've never thought of divorce before.
Oh my God.
But genuinely speaking, there's been some times where I have thought about murdering you. And I know that the feeling is mutual. But I'm thankful for my faith, for our family. And I don't mean just like our immediate, but like the militia.
Our blood and our children.
Our blood. Ooh, did you just make that up? Just make that up? That was fucking amazing. I'm going to have to fucking... Our blood and our chosen? Yo, that's some shit that a serial killer would say. But yes, the militia, for a lot of the cats who've stuck with us during, you know, some pretty fucking dark times, babe, for you, for the boys, for our parents, and this year has brought some pretty fucking shitty, brought out some of the worst in blood related family members. Fuck them. You know what I mean? As far as I'm concerned, fuck them.
Yeah. Across the board.
Across the board. Yeah, I'm thankful for money sucks, but like in terms of we still both have jobs.
Yeah. Yeah, same thing. Like I'm super thankful that I do still have a job. I'm super thankful that none of us have gotten sick.
Big one.
I'm super thankful for, I mean, I think we can all attest to this and like how much family can just be sometimes a bit of a...
They should, you know, move away to a different country, maybe an island. Then go
it's
fuck
still
themselves.
Very thankful that I have all of them.
Mm-hmm.
It just like, as far as like my job goes, it super sucks because as part of like being a cosmetologist, they tell you all the time that like 5 years, give it 5 years. If you can write it out and you can build yourself up in 5 years, once you hit that 5th year, like that's when you can start, like that's when you know what you're doing. That's when you'll start making money. That's when, and literally in January, February, I was seeing it happen. I was seeing it before my eyes, my checks, my tips, my busy, my everything. It was like, it was all coming true.
Yeah.
And
both of us, like it was happening.
Fell out from underneath me, and I am back to, I mean, as far as like my skills and my experience and my confidence and all that kind of stuff, like I'm still where I was, but the world is scared. Like people still aren't ready. And I get it. Everybody is entitled to feel and do what they are comfortable with. I get it. I totally understand. I'm just grateful that we still do have people coming in our doors. I don't know if everybody knows this or not, but I work in like a pretty high-end salon in the in St. Paul in Minnesota here. And I work for a company. I don't work for myself. I work for a company. And we are one of two of the actual businesses that run the way we do that are left.
In Twin Cities.
In the Twin Cities, yeah. Yep. There's only one other salon, maybe two other salons that run the way we do.
Left.
Yep. And so I'm super grateful that I've got bosses that are anal enough to be prepared for this.
Well, I'm my own boss, and I'm so grateful for my wife. Love you, Mandy. Appreciate being on that list.
I'm always grateful for you. I don't need to be grateful for you just one day. I'm always grateful for you every single day.
Did you guys hear that?
Every single day.
Do you know how many guns I have pointing at her right now to make sure she says that?
No, I mean it. I really mean it.
I don't know.
I'm thankful. I told you this the other day, like with all this craziness that's going on and all of the things that are happening in our life.
It was during a fight.
No, was it?
Yeah, you're usually my stable thing, and right now you're a piece of shit.
I didn't say that.
Well, that's the gist of the conversation.
I know, but I still meant it.
Which part?
That 99.9% of the time, you are the one stable thing I have in my life.
Cute.
One thing I can count on, even when we are fighting. If something was happening in my life, like I know that I could call you and just tell you and vent to you about whatever I needed to.
I know.
And it wouldn't matter.
I just want some more love from you. And I want a goddamn contract that says you're not divorcing me in the next 6 months.
I'm not divorcing you.
I think we'll get divorced, guys. All right, we're going to make bets. If you think we're going to get divorced before January 1st, I want you put your $50 down now. If you think we're not getting divorced until after January 1st, put $60 down.
Oh my God. They said the T-Rex should be thankful for his Patch Adams beard.
Hey, you should have saw me this morning in the Instagram chat. So if you're not a part of the Discord and you want to be a part, patreon.com/ThesisHimself. And we're going to do some giveaways tonight to start off the December giveaways.
Are we? Did we know that?
No, but I'm not doing it now because I didn't know Dimitri was coming on. So heads up, if you are part of Patreon and you've been there for us and I want to give back, I have done nothing but try to fucking gather the most high-end devices I can get my hands on. Lazy Vapor Creations, straight Lustro 200 watts, fucking 3 of them, 3 Lazy Vapor Creations, Adonis Dolphins, high-end shit to give back to everyone who's stuck with me and stuck with the Ninja Militia throughout 2020. Because any and all, and listen, I understand anyone who's left, due to money issues, all that stuff. It's $1 at the lowest tier, and there's still people in the $100 tiers, which I'm still baffled by. You will be. Those are not things I forget. The fact that Patreon is the way I make my living. That's the way Mandy and I make our living. Her with Salon, me with YouTube, etc. I do not forget those things. And you will have opportunities, abundant opportunities. And thank you guys. Thank you. This year has fucking sucked ass. We were both, I would say I don't know my months in a row. What's after February?
March was when things went
downhill.
So
March and April were the highest months we've ever had on Patreon and on YouTube. In terms of monetary value. There's some bullshit drama going on Patreon in the militia too, which I had to kick roughly 12 people out total this year. And that is what it is. And I do not accept bullshit drama. The core group, the core members, I don't give a fuck if you're brand new now, but I've known you for years. Boosted, I'm talking about your redheaded bitch ass and a bunch of you guys. Thank you, because this year has actually brought us closer than ever.
Well, I was just gonna say, we were having this conversation the other night about there's definitely people who have been around for years,
literally 6-7 years,
years, and but that doesn't make the people who have been there for
6 months
any more important.
No, because a lot of times the people who've been there for years and years and years haven't. I don't want shit. Just don't change. Never, dude. Never, ever, 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 ever. I haven't fucking changed. I'm too lazy to change. I'm too lazy to change. It ain't changing. Thank you, Cody. Just because you've been around for a couple of months, if you interject yourself into the core fucking group and you become a part, you're just as part as Ray, as Mike, as any one of the core fucking groups, Stan, Twisted, all these dudes, and women who are a part of the militia who've been there. It doesn't matter. Like it doesn't fucking matter. However, there's a special place in my heart for cats who've been around for literally almost a decade.
David's raising his hand. Don't forget him.
David, God damn it, David. No one's forgetting your Tom Segura looking ass. You're beautiful, and I'm really genuinely jealous of your beard and your minikin. There, I said it. Cheers. Even the ones who fucked up, even the ones who've been kicked out, because even if you're there for a couple of months, it doesn't matter. Like, there is something I've learned from those. Those almonds are garbage. Can I get another one, though, please?
No.
Just one or two?
No, because you can't eat them if you don't like them.
Please?
No.
Babe, please. I haven't eaten dinner. I had 6 chicken nuggets.
And unbunned Wendy's burger.
It was not good. I gave it to Tank. Do you know how bad it was to eat a fucking piece of lettuce in an unbunned bendy burger? Mm.
I like your alfalfa spark at the back of your headphones.
Is there... Oh, fuck.
You can't see it because it's dark behind
My
you.
beard's better than this, which you guys can see, you assholes. Oh, cute. Thank you for the ration. What is this, fucking Nazi circa Germany?
Yeah, you don't like them. You can't eat them all if you don't delicious. Like them.
I love them. It's good.
Then why do you keep eating them?
Because it's sustenance.
Okay, why don't we wrap this up then so you can go find something to eat?
No. I want to talk to you about something serious in front of everybody. Mandy, give me your hand. Put it over your heart. Put your right hand over your heart and give me your left hand. Babe, even though we're making literally 1/3 of the money we were 8 months ago, will you please co-sign on a side-by-side with me?
Yes.
Okay. You guys heard it! Getting me a Razor XP. I don't give a fuck. 4-seater.
You know, instead of mascara, maybe we can get you one of those.
I don't want to talk about
like a piece of cardboard and you put here and you spray like that stuff that they put, you know, that stuff you can spray on your hair to make it look like your bald spot is gone.
I'm aware.
Maybe we could just get you one of those so you don't use them good mascara.
Yeah.
Should we try it? Should we get a can so we can try it next week?
Yep. Bitches. Now, with that being said, I want to tell y'all that my wife is insulting me in public. Hello?